Okay, so now let's talk about diet. Got two questions that I'm going to probably answer in one. One of them is, what are your thoughts on keto for women and thoughts on intermittent fasting for longevity? So I have talked about both of these before on podcasts I've done, so please feel free to check those out. Let's go into the most basic premise here. I hate the word diet. I hate it so much because diet to me it's kind of like a dirty word in our industry, because we have put ideas that diets are temporary, which they absolutely 100% are. Sorry, there's a fly all over me. It really does like me. Diets are supposed to be temporary, but we forget that they are supposed to be temporary, if that makes any sense. It's almost like this weird juxtaposition. People believe that they can do keto for the rest of their lives, so they can do intermittent fasting for the rest of their lives. It's the best thing ever. But no, it's a diet. It's supposed to be temporary. It is a means to an end. I truly believe that food is therapy. Food is so therapeutic. Food has so many amazing properties that we often boil down to simply, this is a clean food and this is a dirty food. Food can't be clean or dirty. I'm sorry, unless that food has like a scrub brush and a can of bleach, it is not clean. It does not work that way. So food for me from a very cellular level, and I'm not talking about macros, I'm talking about what are its phytonutrients. That's what is, in my professional opinion, something we need to talk about more and something we need to focus on more. And when I work with individuals, I do this for everybody on their own innate stance. If they are on certain compounds, I look at those drug-nutrient interactions and try to manage them through certain properties. If somebody needs more selenium, well, let's get them eating foods that are higher in selenium. If somebody needs more iron, let's get them eating foods higher in iron, but also making sure that we can digest them properly. That's a big thing I see. I mean, fuck, how many, okay, I can't even tell you guys how many women I've had come to me that are on keto that have gallbladder issues. Like, no, that you can't digest fats properly. And now you're eating a fat diet and you're wondering why you're bloated and can't poop, or when you do poop, it's just like water. It's because your gallbladder's not working properly. And this is incredibly common when you have some type of hormonal imbalance. Your liver's fucked up too, so you might want to talk about that one. Over-fibering. I see this huge problem in especially female competitors post-show that I've had the pleasure of kind of my path crossing in the last decade, is that post-show they are so afraid to eat food that they think vegetables are freebies. So instead of eating, real food, they eat a shit ton of vegetables and wonder why they're bloated, distended, and also their digestion is completely messed up. Well, often the digestion is messed up to begin with. It's already an inflamed GI system, and then they've pretty much swallowed a ball of steel wool and expected to come out of it okay. Number one, eat real food. Veggies do not constitute as a meal. Don't sit down and eat a giant bowl of like salad if you're already having digestion issues. That's just not gonna go anywhere fast. Number two, fix your fucking digestion. Gut life. Again, this is like, I think I've said this on every podcast I've done. Gut health is so crucial. The more that science is learning about digestion, about gut health, the more that we are really getting to the microbiome, how important it is to create a very healthy gut. What this means for me as a professional is not just looking at, hey, let's put glutamine in to restore your gut system, or let's put digestive enzymes in. No, you've got to do a multi-step process. There are triggered foods that you probably want to eliminate because that's what's causing the issues in the first place. There's also going to be protocols to restore certain factors that have been diminished or depleted. And that's not just from a nutrient standpoint, that's also through things like I said, gallbladder health. Well, there's going to be factors that are helping you be able to have better gallbladder health and function. And then as well as kind of creating a plan for the future. You shouldn't be on things forever, so you've got a plan. Underlying issues, personally for me, I've got celiac, so I've got some genetic shit happening here. It's a bit bigger than me. I can manage it though through my diet. Gluten-free is one of many things that I have to watch out for. But this is something I was diagnosed with as a very, 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 very young kid. I think I was 9 when, well, even younger than that, when I started to have really bad gut issues. And I would walk around and look like I was a little, like, starving baby, even though I was eating. But when children are, even adults, when there's a degree of starvation, there's a distension that happens. The distension, I had that. And it was because my body, my digestion just wasn't working. And it ended up being that when my parents, we started doing elimination diets, we started realizing that, yeah, I had some pretty messed up food allergies at that point, and it only just got worse. I'm an extreme case, maybe that's why I believe so wholeheartedly in gut health, but I believe that there are so many different food triggers that people don't realize that they even have because they don't listen to their own biofeedback. And they also believe that food intolerances, food allergens only relate to digestive symptoms, and that's just not the case. Eczema, acne, hair loss, those are all things that can be influenced by our digestion and by triggers and trigger foods. So where's the solution? What can we do? Big thing for me is biofeedback and an individual's biofeedback. So going through foods and recognizing things, maybe like what's your energy after you eat certain things? What's your digestive capabilities? Are you somebody that if you have one big meal, all of a sudden you're like, your digestion's gone? Well, maybe intermittent fasting then isn't a good thing for you because you're putting a lot of nutrients into your body in a very short duration. If you're somebody that has insulin resistance, again, maybe it's not the best thing to do an intermittent fasting protocol for a long-term duration. Ketogenic diets, well, fuck, guys, yeah, they're gonna work with reducing your inflammation, especially if you're somebody that's got some degree of insulin resistance or glucose dysregulation. However, they're not long-term solutions. You also have to be mindful of things like, hey, training, hello, there's some things that need carbs here. Not everybody needs carbs to train, but depending on what your actual personal adaptations are, how your body responds, you might need to have a little bit of carbohydrates in your life. They're not the enemy. I feel like there was a period of time about 5 years ago that everybody was so carbophobic, and then carb cycling came in and carb backloading, and then there was the carb phobia went away, and now carb phobia is back again. No, not all carbs are created equal, but all food is not created equal either. Fats, we have to make sure that we have balanced ratios of our omegas. Carbs, we want to make sure that we are timing them appropriately for our performance, for our own bodies. Things like fruit. I love fruit. I love fruit. I don't know why more people in our industry don't come clean about their obsession with fruit and that they actually eat it and it's really good for you and it's got a ton of important phytonutrients that you need to have. And that fruit is one of those things that it's not that scary and it's not going to cause water retention, you morons. So sorry I'm blunt on that one, but if I hear another competitor tell me that fruit was eliminated because of water retention, I might actually go apeshit. The myths we have about food are the myths that we have created as an industry, and they need to come down. They need to completely be abolished. Keto is not better than intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is not better than, hey, eating on a timely schedule. Eat when you're hungry. How about that one? Eat foods that you enjoy. And not just foods you enjoy, but maybe foods that you know are going to have therapeutic benefit for your body based off of where your body is at any given point in time. If you're somebody that's coming off contest prep and you've had chicken every single day for the last 16 weeks, it might not be a good idea for you to continue eating chicken for a while. You need to go on a chicken detox. Introduce another poultry in there. When we eat the same foods over and over and over again, we actually are reducing our ability often to be able to digest them adequately. However, food becomes almost like a religious, supernatural thing that we think we have to have certain foods to be able to elicit fat loss or physique changes. Rice is not the best thing for everybody. Neither is chicken or, steak is fat loading. The body does not work that way. And all of us have very, very, very individual bodies, and it's going to constantly be changing and shifting. So hopefully that, the answer is a pretty much basic question that I just totally blew open. But I hopefully, fingers crossed, I kind of got to the bottom of things that diets really don't work because it's a hell of a lot more complicated. Keto is not better than all the other diet protocols. Intermittent fasting is not better than all the other diet protocols. It's common sense. Eat for your body, eat for your goals, and really do what works. Do what's gonna make you poop, because nobody likes to be constipated. Thank you guys for watching another ramble of mine. If you like what you heard, if you have comments, questions, want me to expand on things in another video, please feel free to comment below and check out my website for more info.